It is a beautiful Saturday morning here in Pasay City as we are greeting you from the SM Sands by the Bay for our live and exclusive ABS-CBN sports coverage of UAAP Season 81. It all begins here. This is our coverage of the beach volleyball tournament, and we pick things up in day number 6, where 3 teams remain in the men's and the women's tournament. This is all seen live on our YouTube account. Subscribe to ABS-CBN Sports. Mabuhay Pilipinas at maraming salamat sa lahat ng aming mga kapamilya na nakatutok ngayon. Ako po si Anton Rojas, joined of course by former UAAP champion Ann Remulla Canda. Ann, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. It's a pleasant morning and a great weather today.
Beautiful Saturday morning here at the SM Sands by the Bay, and I'm sure all the volleyball fans who have been waiting for another season of volleyball are excited dahil mapapanood natin ngayon ang beach volleyball tournament ng UAAP Season 81.
Tama ka dyan, Anton. And I'm sure, and ako rin, no, even I am excited to see all these teams. Ang ganda pa nang nangyari for this season, Anton. So mamaya pag-uusapan natin yan, no, how this tournament turned out, but definitely an exciting one.
It is day number 6, and after the first 5 match days dito sa UAAP Season 81 Beach Volleyball Tournament, nag-advance ang FEU sa finals by sweeping the elimination round in the men's division. Sa women's division naman, UST once again sweeping the elimination round as they are in the finals as well.
That's right. So these two teams, of course, silang nag-emerge na pinakamalakas so far in this season. But, of course, nandito pa rin yung mga teams natin na gustong humabol at makapasok sa ating championship round.
And the first match that we will be witnessing is the matchup between NU, the defending champions in the men's tournament, taking on Adamson University in a knockout match. Yan yung 3 and 4 teams natin. Ang number 2 naman, nakaabang, mapapanood din natin ngayong araw, UST will be action. That is the games, or those are the games for the men's division. So women's naman, we have NU versus UP in a knockout contest, at pagkatapos nun, nakaabang naman ang Lasal.
Hindi madali ang pagdadaanan nitong mga teams na to, Anton, but definitely we know na itong mga teams na to raring to get that win. Ang gusto niyan talagang makuha ang panalo.
Now let's take a look at the matchup dito sa men's division. Siyempre, nakaabang tayo sa gagawin ng defending champions ang NU Bulldogs na pinangungunahan ni Brian Bagunas at siyempre ni James Natividad. These two guys are the defending champions in the UAAP Season 81 men's beach volleyball tournament.
So if we're talking about experience, definitely these players have it. Today it will be a show again of what they can deliver, the skills, yung talino sa paglalaro dito sa beach volleyball.
At syempre ang mga kalaban nila, isa sa mga pinakamalakas na player sa indoor volleyball, si Pau Pablico, na may bagong partner, rookie na tiga San Juan na si Jesus Valdez.
So it's gonna be interesting how we will see them really play this match today. Maganda dyan dahil isang veterano tapos meron ka pang baguhan.
So si Jesus Valdez, ang scouting report daw dito, napakataas tumalon. So exciting yan. At yun yung mga skills na kailangan dito sa buhangin.
Tama ka dyan. And we always talk about this, iba ang timing, iba yung skills, iba rin yung hirap pag naglalaro ka ng beach volleyball.
Pero syempre, experience ang dala ng tandem ni Brian Bagunas at James Natividad. Kaya naman, Ann, let's get this started. What do you think?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Ito na po ang aming coverage ng UAAP Season 81 Beach Volleyball Tournament. Handog sa inyo ng ABS-CBN Sports.
Number 1, Ryan the Tower Bagunas. Number 2, his partner, James the Shadow Natividad. And their third man, Matt Scampo. For their opponents from Adamson University, number 1, Paulo the Iron Fist Pablico. And his partner, Jesus Skylord Valdez. And their third man, Jeffrey Alicando.
Oh no, it's so dark.
And with the whistle of the referee and the shaking of hands, the game is about to commence. And you ending the elimination rounds with 2
Once again, we would like to welcome all our Kapaminas watching right now via the ABS-CBN YouTube channel as we are presenting to you our coverage of UAAP Season 81 Beach Volleyball. This is our first match on match day number 6, a knockout contest between the defending champions NU and of course Adamson University. Glad to have you with us, Anton Ross, together with Anne Remulla Kanda, and it is a beautiful Saturday morning, Anne.
Oh, definitely, a great weather today, Anton. Ang ganda ng araw. These players, we spoke to them earlier. Very excited also for the match at hand.
And of course, the experience factor is with the tandem of James Natividad and Brian Bagunas. These two players are coming off an indoor volleyball championship as they dethroned Ateneo de Manila University in Season 80. And Brian Bagunas was the finals MVP of that tournament.
But today, playing on a different court, different field, beach volleyball. Dito lalabas yung kanilang experience, yung talino sa kanilang paglalaro.
And Pau Pablico is able to take the hit. Unfortunately, couldn't get it over. And we can see, Anne, that unlike in indoor volleyball, these players are kind of feeling out the match first. They're not going full throttle right away. They want to pace themselves because they could end up playing 3 matches today.
Well, that's right. And you'll see also, no, the pace is, you mentioned it right, the pace is different. These players really scouting the open areas on the other side of the court. Ang importante dito to also conserve their energy is to really play smart. It's not all about power.
That's right. Although there are times that the likes of Pablico can use that power kasi nga that's what he's known for, especially in the indoor volleyball tournament. So it's an early start for the tandem of Brian Bagunas and James Natividad. Brian is the reigning MVP in the beach volleyball tournament. And here he is, Brian Bagunas. Brian get that one in. Valdez and Brian Bagunas sends it back down.
Very aggressive at the net.
And of course, it doesn't hurt that he's 6'4".
So less effort in terms of reaching for that ball.
So we're seeing Valdez for the very first time, this rookie from San Juan. Not very tall, but the scouting report with him is that he's a high flyer, very crafty. Oh, but as I say that, he sends that ball straight to the net.
Don't worry, that has nothing to do with his leaping ability.
Speaking of leaping ability, James Natividad also has that leaping ability as... Oh. What am I doing, Anne?
Every time you talk about their leaping ability, they commit a service error.
Tumalsik pa yung shades ni Brian. But it's also the preference for the volleyball players as whether they're going to wear shades or not, because the sun is at different positions at different parts of the day. So that will definitely affect the player's vision, as there's an ace right there.
A bit of miscommunication here on the part of NU.
Oh, Pablico. That one goes outside. Now here are some of the rule differences with indoor and beach. They will switch every 7 points.
Yeah.
So gaya nito, 14 points na combined for both teams. So there is a switch. Natividad gets that ball in the air. He will get it back. Yun nga lang, sumobra yung palo ni James Natividad.
The right thing in mind though, nakita niya, no, walang dumidepensa at the end line. But again, when you're playing beach volleyball, there are a lot of external factors you need to consider. The sun, the wind.
1-2 play, Bagunas to put it away.
9-7. We'd like to remind everybody that this is a knockout game between the number 3 and number 4 ranked teams, because FEU, the tandem of Jude Garcia and Kevin Tandlocon, swept the elimination round for an outright berth in the finals. But of course, Bagunas and Natividad aren't the defending champions for nothing.
Ooh. Too soft on that attempt.
Bagunas will attack. Oh. Too much angle on that attempt by Bagunas.
Will this be the momentum swing they are looking for? 8-11.
Pablico. Ooh.
Oh.
Another service error for the Buckets.
A lot of points being earned off their opponent's errors.
Bagunas headed to serve now. Looking for those aces before we go to our technical.
Imagine these players have been here for about 2 weeks.
Oh, what a block!
It's gotta be difficult to get it through.
All right, there is a technical timeout here. Now, another thing about beach volleyball is that there is no coach.
That's right, no coaches. So that's part of the training of the players,
Yeah.
right? Learning to know when to call the timeout, learning to make a lot of the decisions actually by themselves while the game is in play.
And of course, there is one reserve just in case a player gets injured. So for NU, it's Mads Campong. And for Adamson University, it's Jeffrey Alicando.
This is the first game of the semifinals.
So once again, we'd like to thank everybody who are tuned in today to our coverage on YouTube of UAAP Season 81 Beach Volleyball, live from the Sands by the Bay here in Pasay City. It's been a while since we've actually covered beach volleyball here at this venue. I remember 2 years ago we had BVR, Beach Volleyball Republic. It's great to be back in this type of atmosphere with new talent to watch as well, just like this young man right here from San Juan City, Jesus Valdez. Bagunas tossing it up. James Natividad. There's that familiar elevation from James.
And what's nice is that when you see him jump, you'd see him look at the other side of the court and actually check out where he wants to send the ball. Ganun kataas siya tumalon.
And everybody, all the fans of Brian Bagunas and James Natividad, they have to savor these last moments because Brian is in his final year and James is in his 4th year. Definitely two players that will be remembered in the history books when it comes to NU, and Brian Bagunas slams the door shut right there.
It's his second block, I think, for the set.
And I think we are seeing the heart of a champion come out now.
They definitely need to bring that out. This is a very important match for both teams, and obviously NU's game plan is to ensure that they get a good and comfortable lead.
Can you imagine if Brian and James are able to successfully defend their championship?
Ooh. Sweet victory for the two of them.
Oh, look at this. What a save. Great effort by Valdez and
Great
Pablico.
defense from the Falcons, but not enough to stop the incredible offensive
And that's the thing
skills
with
from
beach volleyball,
National
no?
University.
You really have to learn how to read the offense of your opponent. Dahil dadalawa lang kayo, there are only two people defending on the court. There's a lot of space to play with.
Bagunas. Here's the attack. And there's the craftiness
What a cutting from
of
Valdez.
Jesus Valdez.
Right in corner of the court switch, still a pretty sizable lead.
So here
for
in beach
National
volleyball, the
University.
score is up to 21. And NU just 4 points away. Again, waiting for the winner of this match is the tandem of Jaron Requinton and
1-2
Anthony
mid,
Arpasto.
Bagunas takes
from
advantage
UST.
of a wide open area on the Falcon side.
Things are looking very easy here for NU.
Oh, Bagunas had to chase that one. Bagunas will hit. Brian Bagunas gets roof
Pablico
by
with
Pau
the block.
Pablico. There's that familiar sturdiness of Pablico.
They definitely need that right now. Sometimes it's how you score the point. If it comes off a block, it somehow builds your confidence.
Bawi kagad para kay James
And
Natividad.
as we are seeing that the players know when to switch to a higher gear because right now, dito na lumalabas yung mga malalakas na palo, yung mga matataas na talon as NU is close to taking this first set.
Can afford at this point. Still a big lead for the Bulldogs, and they're gonna call their one and only timeout here as
All right.
we end the first set.
James
19
and
to 13.
Brian just wants to make sure that they are rested and recharged enough for the final stretch here in set number 1. Again, this is a knockout game. Step ladder po tayo because FEU swept the elimination round. And these are very decent records for Adamson and NU. 5-2 for NU, 4-3 for Adamson.
That will be it for our
But
great players.
here we get to this point, Anton, like what we said earlier, this is a very important match. For NU, who is the defending champions, importante sa kanila no, na makuha itong panalo in a convincing way. And for Adamson, on the other hand, you know, really working hard
What a look coming
to
from
fight for this
James
match.
Natividad.
Mahirap na itong first set. It's gonna be very difficult. Just 1 point away here for NU.
And really, the experience and the teamwork just on full display. And of course, the height of Brian Bagunas.
21 to 13.
So NU takes set number 1 in dominating fashion against the new tandem of Adamson of Pablico and Valdez. Easy work for Bagunas and Natividad. Let's see if they can continue that in set number 2. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. We are seen live over the ABS-CBN Sports YouTube channel. So sa lahat ng mga early risers dyan, maraming salamat for joining us. Anton Ross together with Andrew Mulyakanda on the call for our coverage of UAAP Season 81 Beach Volleyball.
Still, serving first is going to be Adamson, Falcons. Valdez on service deck.
Coach Doming Custodio, Adamson head coach, long time.
Looking for a lob to the
But
back
as we
net is
mentioned earlier,
outside
they
off
have
the
to
hands
stay in the
of Natividad.
sidelines, as it will be the players just talking amongst themselves. So let's see how Valdez and Pablico will recover here, as it is now a do-or-die situation for these two.
AdU gets their first point.
We are already in set number 2. NU won set number 1, 21-13. So let's
We'll
see
start here for the
if
Falcons,
Adamson
getting the
University
early
can
lead in
recover.
the set.
Once again, thank you so much for joining us. Anton Rojas together with Andrew Mulyakanda. The score is 2 points for Adamson, 1 point for NU. Dito sa set number 2, Bagunas with a power hit, but Valdez was there. Great absorption of that attack.
Great dig
And that
from
time,
Valdez, but not enough.
Bagunas able to change his
Off the hands of Bagunas.
attacking form. That time just bouncing that ball off the arms of Pau Pablico.
Bagunas, of course, I think showcasing how he got his MVP award in the previous season. But as I say that, an error.
There were a lot of errors at the start of the match, and then the players settled down. Well, this is the first match of the day, so there's that morning effect.
I think also, Anton, we mentioned how at the start of beach volleyball matches, these players still are trying to get that feel. And I would think it's also because of the external factors. Kailangan mong maramdaman ano ba yung direction ng wind, dasan ba nakatapat yung araw.
So the score is 4 for Adamson, 3 for NU. Here in set number 2, Valdez. Oh, what a dive there by Natividad. Natividad!
Oh, no.
James Natividad
Takes advantage.
with his usual high-flying act.
Perfect setup, no blockers.
Pablico setting up Valdez. And there you see that it's not just all about power, as you mentioned, and sometimes you just have to use your smarts, and good placement shot there by Valdez. Oh, Natividad looking for the corner. Great move by James Natividad.
Back-to-back attack points with the same exact play.
There's the attack. Oh, Bagunas sending it back. Bagunas, a one-man wall.
Another net touch violation called on NU.
Too eager at the net.
Bagunas almost pulling off.
Bagunas committing a violation, a net violation.
Blocks, but Valdez outsmarts the tower, sends him back to the service line.
So if you guys are noticing a familiar voice, that's actually the voice of Cassie Gormley, who comes up with a lot of nicknames for these players. Ngayon ko lang nalaman na The Tower na pala ang nickname nitong si Brian Bagunas. Oh, Valdez fading back. Natividad fading back as well to hit that volleyball all the way to the end.
On the attacks.
Oh,
Oh,
Gets that
challenging
cross-court attack.
the
Valdez
blocker, not
ties
bothered
the
by the
game
presence of
for another
Bagunas.
court switch.
so now Jesus Valdez is introducing himself to the volleyball world, and this is the best avenue to do it, as this is the first volleyball related competition here in season 81 of the UAAP.
With the placement shots.
Doing a lot of those placement shots is actually good in tiring out your opponent. Dahil nakikita mo, humahabol sa bola.
Oh, Valdez with the joust at the net.
That must have felt so good, winning that joust against the tower.
Well, Adamson is in a must-win situation at this point.
Outside on the serve, and that's a free point.
Syempre, if you're UST, what you want also is for this match to happen as long as possible. Because the rest is only the women's match in between. Ooh!
Oh,
Oh, with a net touch violation. Too tight on the setup there from Lunas.
momentum going straight to the net.
Back-to-back service
Ooh, that's
errors
gotta
now
hurt a
for
lot
the
of these
Falcons.
service errors.
And that's a good read by James Natividad.
That felt really close to the line.
Pagunas gets that one in. There's the attack by Valdez.
Quick kill down the line. Naunahan yung down block ni Balunas. All tied up again at 10.
There's the pass from Natividad. And
Oh,
Natividad.
what a look. Line
Great setup
shot.
job by Brian. NU leading Adamson here in this match.
National University will take the lead again here in the second set as we go into our technical timeout. Lamang ng isa ang Bulldogs. They're going to be having to conserve their energy if we will take this in a two-set victory. Susunod na kalaban sa ating semifinals. Tatapat kung sino manalo dito sa University of Santo Tomas after our first game in the women's division. Up next, para po sa ating mga players, it's going to be University of the Philippines versus National University. A lot more action heading your way, so stick around. Head on over to Sands SM. By the way, this is the UAAP.
You're looking at the
Season 81
tandem of Brian
Beach
Bagunas
Volleyball
and
Tournament.
James Natividad.
Let's get back
And
to
of
the
course,
action.
their opponents, Paulo Papico and Jesus Valdez.
This is the second set, 11 to 10. Bulldogs in
It's
the
a
lead.
tighter set. And for NU and Adamson, unlike the first set wherein NU just cruised the victory,
Adamson seems to have adjusted well, with Valdez actually making his presence really felt. He scored quite a number of points for Adamson.
Fire coming here from Valdez. Off the shoulders
And that
of
actually,
Valdez.
with no fear, even if he sees Bagunas right in front of him.
Bagunas setting up Natividad. And that's the usual approach of James Natividad.
Too wide for the shadow.
And now it is Adamson taking the lead here. Valdez. Bagunas!
Bagunas powers it off the block.
Looking for a catch and throw violation.
12 all
Will
is
be
our
denied
score.
by the first ref.
Bagunas getting it over the net.
Great
Oh!
defense there from Natividad. A little too close to the net for Bagunas.
Natividad could not get the connection to Brian Bagunas, so Adamson with a 1-point lead here.
And Valdez, greatly responsible for that.
1-2 play. Bagunas
Gets a piece of the net on that attack.
All right, things are getting interesting here as we are tied at 13 all in set number 2. Oh, Bagunas could not time that one properly.
Point gonna go to the Falcons. A lead now for them. Salita ng
The
Turcos.
Falcons
Who will pull
definitely
away?
has adjusted quite well in this set.
Natividad with some power.
What a recovery there.
Did you see that pass, Anne?
National University.
Amazing. But, you know, and it's great how you see both teams actually remain very composed in the way they move. Kahit na yung bola malayo, hinahabol, they try to slow things down. It worked for the Bulldogs.
Wow, that's on the line for Brian Bagunas.
Excellent floater.
Now, could this be the turning point of the match? Pablico. Oh, good defense there by Natividad. Smart play. Just too smart.
I think the Bulldogs realized
Bulldogs looking for a
that they need to
two-set
step up.
victory.
And as they get closer to 21, you can be sure that Brian and Natividad will start doing more plays like that.
And you is getting fired
But
up.
Pau Pablico could not get the proper elevation and timing to get that ball over the net. Now NU will try to pull away here, Anne.
And
After a good
as you
run
say
from
that,
Bagunas,
that one goes long.
And a chance for Adamson to close that 2-point gap.
Valdez gets that one in. Bagunas on a 1-2 play.
1-2 play. Strong
And that is the advantage if you get a good first ball, just the right height, just the right placement. Kung ganyang katangkad yung partner mo like Bagunas, it's so easy to bring the ball over.
Oh no. Oh no. You knew it was coming. When that ball is tossed up to the middle and it's the 6'4" Bagunas on the attack, it's almost automatic.
But look at how smart he is, changing up his offense last minute.
And Pablico tried to respond, but too much on that hit, and NU just needs one more point to advance
Timeout called by the National
to
University
face
Bulldogs.
UST.
Scores at
Now here's the thing, Anne. If NU
1 point
advances
away
against
from
UST,
taking the first
against Adamson to face UST, UST has a twice to beat advantage.
So it's not going to be easy, but like what we said, all these teams came here to really play, to win the games, and it's obvious. You know, NU seems to be very hungry.
And we were talking about if NU were to defend their championship, imagine what they have to go through. They have to win a knockout game, they have to overcome a twice to beat deficit, and then of course they have to beat an unbeaten team in the finals. That is the road that NU is facing to defend their championship.
So we've seen a lot of teams go through that journey, not just in beach volleyball, even in indoor volleyball. It's tough, but it can be done.
And the finals is happening tomorrow. So it's only 1 day rest, if ever. Valdez to Pablico. Gets that one through. Adamson still breathing.
Set is not yet over.
16-20.
Bagunas for the win. NU eliminates Adamson University after taking the second set 21-16 off of that powerful attack from Brian Bagunas.
We're going to be moving on in this
So,
game. Congratulations
Adamson
to all of our players, especially
eliminated.
to the tandem of Natividad
NU
and
will
Bagunas.
advance to
Right now, we're gonna
face
be
Jaron
seeing
Requinton
National
and
University's
Krung Arbasto of
Aurelia
UST, but
Nena
again,
and Bichol
they
face
have
off
a
against
twice to beat
University of the
advantage.
Philippines, Molde,
You're watching our
and
coverage of
Toro.
UAP Season 81 Beach Volleyball. And coming up next, it is the women's knockout match in the step ladder semifinals as NU takes on UP. Don't go away.